In a small town nestled in a valley, there stood a castle that was once home to the royal family. After the monarchy ended, the castle was abandoned and left to crumble until a wealthy businessman named Peter bought it, with the intention of restoring it to its former glory. Peter was known to be an eccentric person with a particular interest in solving mysteries. One morning, the local authorities were notified of a commotion at the castle. When they arrived, they discovered that Peter had been found dead in his study under mysterious circumstances. The castle was locked from within, and there were no signs of forced entry. All the doors and windows were locked from the inside too, making it almost impossible for anyone to have entered without a key. The police immediately launched an investigation and soon discovered that there were only two sets of keys to the castle. One set Peter had and the other set was with the caretaker. The caretaker was immediately brought in for questioning, but his answers were inconsistent and unconvincing. However, the investigators couldn't find any concrete evidence of his involvement in the murder. During further investigations, one of the detectives noticed that there was an antique vase in Peter's study that had been recently moved from its place. They further discovered that the vase was positioned in a particular way, which suggested that it had served as a clue. After much deliberation, the detectives were able to piece together that the vase's positioning was a clue to a wall safe behind one of the many paintings on the castle's walls. With a great deal of effort, they were able to locate the particular painting, which, to the investigators' surprise, led them to an underground tunnel. The tunnel was a part of the castle's old escape route, which was supposed to lead to the other side of the valley. The entrance, however, was completely sealed. The investigators soon realized that the only way the murderer could have entered the castle was through that tunnel. After going through the tunnel, they discovered a hidden room that was filled with surveillance equipment. It turned out that Peter had installed the equipment and was using it to spy on his staff and workers. The investigators were now certain that one of them had killed Peter. They found a set of keys in the hidden room which belonged to one of the workers, Seamus, who was subsequently arrested and charged with the murder. It was discovered that Seamus had owed Peter a large sum of money, and when Peter found out, he threatened to call the authorities. The fear of being exposed, coupled with his debt, led Seamus to murder Peter. The investigation was considered one of the most intricate cases of the town, and the case was closed.